Hi again guys, this is FD for SageFact.tv once more, back with another video, and today we are going to look at one of the projects that is on our selection pool. The selection pool I'm talking about, of course, is that of our 2k to 100k challenge. This is where we are looking at selecting between 20 and 25 projects, invest a total amount of 2,500 and try and see if we can hit our target of 100k at the top of the next bull run. And the project I'm going to be looking at today is TraderJoe, an avalanche decentralized exchange. At this moment in time, for the purposes of this exercise, which is the 2k to 100k challenge, we have not yet added a position within this 2k to 100k portfolio. But I must also declare that I do hold this project in my private portfolio so that you guys are aware. But the intention is to, at some point, before things start moving up on us, to add TraderJoe to our 2k to 100k challenge portfolio. So guys, it is also worth following us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is right here on the screen. From time to time, we do post some updates. Some of the updates are time sensitive. For example, you may not see us post a video stating that we have actually opened a position for TraderJoe as and when we do that, but we do that on Twitter and we post some updates as well of different things related to this exercise, the 2k to 100k challenge, as well as other things that we are involved in or we are planning to do. So it is worth following us on Twitter. Also guys, don't forget to click like and subscribe, as well as click that notification bell. What I'm sharing with you here today, guys, is not financial advice. These are my own opinions. If you require financial advice, please go approach someone who is trained to give you financial advice. This information is just for educational as well as entertainment purposes. Now, that is out of the way. Let's jump in. So what is TraderJoe? TraderJoe is a decentralized exchange or DEX on the Avalanche blockchain that offers DeFi services including swapping, staking, and yield farming. Launched in 2021, at its peak, TraderJoe attracted about 4 billion in total value logged. That's a lot for a relatively new project like TraderJoe. So, who is Joe? Joe is a relatable brand with a persona that emits a genuine sense of warmth. He is a community-first guy with a light-hearted and fun nature. Joe is a central figure of the community. Joe's main tool is hardworking and innovation. He aims to provide new solutions and experiences, pushing the frontier of the DeFi industry for everyone. The key features for TraderJoe. TraderJoe is primarily a DEX or decentralized exchange for trading on Avalanche, but its features for staking, lending, borrowing, liquidity pools, NFTs, farming, and a Launchpad. On trading, it is fast and cheap for token swaps with its automated market maker AMM exchange. You can also do farming. Users can deposit funds into liquidity pools and farms to earn bonus rewards. On staking, users can stake the Joe tokens using Joe's modular system and earn stablecoins or more exotic tokens. On lending, by a simple visit to Banker Joe, users can lend or borrow their tokens to earn interest. Then you also have a Launchpad, Rocket Joe, which offers the opportunity to participate in exclusive launch events for newly issued tokens. Then you can also do some shopping. There is a marketplace for Joe Pegs. These are NFTs on the TraderJoe network. So there is a marketplace for that. Value proposition for TraderJoe? Well, TraderJoe promises to build fast and securely. It also promises to be innovative and different. It commits to put the Avalanche community first. And here are some tokenomics for TraderJoe. Ticker symbol Joe, JOE. The total supply of Joe is 500 million tokens. The token was launched without a pre-sale, no private sale, or pre-listing allocation. The distribution of Joe is as follows: 50% liquidity providers, 20% to the treasury, 20% to the team with a 3-month cliff, 10% for future investors with a 3-month cliff. So that gives us a total insider holdings, or those tokens that are under the control of insiders, not necessarily what they own, but they control, is 50%, and community allocation 50%, so it's 50-50. More on the treasury token allocation and use cases then. The treasury is a community-owned allocation that will be used for marketing expenses, paying contractors or freelancers. These are usually designers and coders. Running competitions for community engagement. Then we look at social media presence. Via Twitter, TraderJoe has got 148,000 followers, and on Discord, it's got 16,500 members. The project team, according to information via LinkedIn, TraderJoe is between 51 and 200 employees or members who stick with the absolute minimum of 51 employees. There is something that, if that information wasn't available from LinkedIn, it will probably have given the lowest scores we could, because the founders are anonymous. They've chosen to remain anonymous. They are using pseudonyms. So usually we take a dim view of that, but because we got some information via LinkedIn, we can safely say, yep, maybe we should give them the benefit of the doubt. As far as security is concerned, TraderJoe is built upon Avalanche blockchain, and the Avalanche blockchain is its own proprietary consensus mechanism in which all nodes process and validate transactions by employing a directed acyclic graph, or DAG in short, which is the DAG protocol, DAG. According to RECT database, for the first 5 months of 2022, projects on Avalanche chain have lost more than 75 million due to various exploits and exit scams. In most cases, hackers exploited vulnerabilities in AVAX smart contract. Projects relying on AVAX have substantial monetary and reputational incentive to ensure the security of their Avalanche smart contract. As a side note, while TraderJoe smart contracts have been audited by a third party, it is important to note that this is still a decentralized exchange. That is to say, when you are using DEXs or decentralized exchanges, as a user, the onus is on you to ensure that you do not fall foul of bad actors, from pools to farming and so forth. Also, always ensure that you are using the correct web addresses, which is here on the screen right now, and I'll also leave it down in the comment section. Again, guys, whilst you're down there, don't forget to click like and subscribe, as well as smash that notification bell. And then on decentralization, TraderJoe benefits from the security of Avalanche blockchain. Avalanche blockchain is a relatively safe blockchain boasting over 1,200 validators currently. However, when it comes to governance on TraderJoe, only the team appear to have the final say, with minimum community involvement in deciding the direction of the project. Interoperability, users can trade a wide range of native coins and tokens as well as derivatives on TraderJoe, from BNB to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ethereum-based assets. Well, not all of them, but some of them, and those will be derivatives of those in Ethereum-based assets. The same thing for Bitcoin. It's a derivative. It's not the native Bitcoin, but it's a derivative Bitcoin. In addition, with Avalanche blockchain's EVM integration, or Ethereum Vehicle Machine, this makes TraderJoe a multi-chain DEX, or decentralized exchange. On the scaling front, the Avalanche network boasts transaction finality of under 2 seconds, which makes TraderJoe just as fast. And on use cases, we've got quite a few, and here are some of the use cases for the JOE token. It's used for staking. You can stake JOE to earn SJOE, XRJOE, VEJOE, and API. So you can see there are quite a few derivatives of the JOE token based on the loops or permutations in staking involved. You can also participate in liquidity pools and in farming. You can use the JOE token in those activities. You can access Launchpads using the RJOE tokens, which are needed to access the Launchpad platform. So you need to stake to earn the RJOE token in order to participate on the Launchpad or Launch platform. You can lend your JOE tokens, you can lend them out to earn some interest. They're also used in governance, where the team or the community may suggest something, but from what I've already stated somewhere in the video, the team still appear to have the final say on what changes are going to be implemented. So if the team do not want to implement something, they can choose not to do so, which gives a small red flag there. So the governance is not really governance at all. It's just participation with a limitation. Our tokens at Genesis, 0. There were no pre-sales, no VCs. That is always something we give a thumbs up to. Our maximum tokens, you got a hard cap of 500 million. Insiders, they were allocated 50%. Now, in keeping with our 2K to 100K challenge, we are going to apply our DYOR risk evaluation to assess the risk involved in investing or in interacting with the TraderJoe platform, the TraderJoe DEX or decentralized exchange that is built on top of the Avalanche blockchain. Now, as far as the DYOR risk evaluation toolkit, we apply our 13 elements, and those 13 elements are then ranked 0 to 10. And then at the end of the evaluation process, we come up with an aggregate total that is measured against the possible total. And the possible total is 130, which is basic math. So we get to 130 by multiplying the 13 elements plus the maximum score possible, which is 10, get our 130. And when we are doing our DYOR risk evaluation, we've got the risk categories that we then group each project that we apply the DYOR risk evaluation toolkit on. The 13 elements as follows. We've got decentralization, how decentralized is the network; security, how secure is the network, has it suffered from compromises recently, in recent times, is it audited by third parties. We also consider scaling. Does the project scale? Does it suffer from scaling issues, which is shown through high transaction fees or just very slow finality when the transaction is executed. We then look at interoperability. Does the project work across its own boundaries? Does it reach to other blockchains or networks or other projects? We consider the the project team, are they publicly available? And in this case, TraderJoe, them being anonymous might not work better for them. We then look at social media presence via Twitter and social media presence via Discord. Then we consider the age of the project. What about the project use cases? Do we have any use cases? In this case, it will be the TraderJoe token. And obviously, they've got a Launchpad and an NFT Marketplace, so that will play positively for them, for the project that is TraderJoe. Then we consider tokens issued at project launch or at the token generation event. Then we also look at tokens in circulation at the point at which we are doing this video. Do they have a maximum cap or hard cap for tokens available? And then finally, we consider the amount of tokens in the hands or under the control of those closely linked with the project. We call them insiders, might not necessarily refer to the tokens that are owned by the project team, but everything that is under their control, because they can decide as and when, especially when there is the absence of a multi-signature wallet. It means someone within that team sitting at the top has got the power to do as they like, and that increases the risk. Okay, so let's look at the scores we've allocated to TraderJoe. On decentralization, we get 5 out of 10. On security, 5 out of 10. Scaling, 7.5 points out of 10. Interoperability, 7.5 out of 10. Project team, 10 out of 10. Social media via Twitter, 7.5 points out of 10. Social media via Discord, 5 points out of 10. Age of the project, 2.5 points out of 10. Use cases, 7.5 points out of 10. Tokens initially issued at project launch, 2.5 points out of 10. Tokens in circulation at the point at which we are doing this video, 5 points out of 10. Maximum tokens available, 5 points out of 10. Insider token allocation is actually high, it's at 50%. We give them 0, in keeping with our DYOR risk evaluation toolkit parameters. Now, the risk levels that we are going to apply as far as TraderJoe is concerned are as follows. From 0 to 64 out of 130, it's no-go, which means the risk there is extremely high. 65 to 89, it could go to 0. The risk there is less than the no-go category. And most projects we've evaluated, they tend to fall within this category, which cements the idea or the narrative that any project in cryptocurrency today can go to 0. This is what this is confirming. And then you've got the potential category, which is 90 points to 109 out of 130. We call that the potential category. The risk in that category is lesser than the bottom two. And then finally, we've got the 110 to 130 out of 130. Go for it. The project is relatively less risky compared to the 3 below it. So far, we haven't had a project that is scored enough points to fall under this category. That shows you how strict and how tough this DYOR risk evaluation toolkit is. We don't dish points to please. We try and remain objective. And over time, some projects will work their way up the scale. Others will actually plummet to the bottom. This, you get your soft rug pulls. You got projects that only work or launch during bull runs, and then come bear markets like we are experiencing now, they disappear, or the project team just stopped building, or there was no project in the first place. This is why it's always risky to invest in projects that are promising to build something instead of demonstrating what they've actually built. Where there is a product missing, you need to consider other things. So hence our DYOR risk evaluation toolkit, which attempts, it does not cover everything, and it does not cover enough detail, that is granted, but it attempts to cover the whole framework of as far as blockchain and cryptocurrency is concerned. We cover from the design element, the trilemma, which is covered by decentralization, security, and scaling. We cover all that. And now there will be another key element that is going to be key to moving forward, especially with mass adoption, which is interoperability. That's why it's on there. And then the other elements are just trying to confirm that this project has got a solid foundational basis. If it doesn't have those, it will have a lower score, which means you won't even look at that project and you move on to something else. Regardless of how nice or what your friends and YouTubers are and people on Twitter are saying, you use this tool. If this tool says no, if you still proceed, you had an objective view, you chose to ignore it. Having said that, it's not a fixed tool. The parameters are not fixed. You tweak it according to your own understanding of what you are applying it to. This is how I apply it, and I'm sharing with you guys. Okay. Now, TraderJoe managed to score a mega total of 70 out of 130, which puts it in the could go to 0 category. Now, I'm not surprised because most projects we have evaluated so far, including some blue chips like Chainlink, Ethereum, and Cosmos, Avalanche, they've all fallen within this category. Okay. Only 1 or 2 have been in the one above that, which is the potential category, which means 1, we are confirming that any project will go to 0 within the space, but also for the project to be considered a solid one, it needs to have much more than a higher price and this many DAF being built on it and so forth. We need to see more. Anyway, guys, do you agree with our assessments? Comment down below and let us know. And whilst you're down there, guys, don't forget to click like and subscribe as well as smash that notification bell. Also at it as well, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is right here on the screen. We do post some updates from time to time, and there will be times when we'll be running some giveaways. it will be worth you paying attention to our Twitter account to see what is going on as far as our small community is concerned. Let us know what you think about TraderJoe. It is my belief that as and when the bull market returns, TraderJoe will perform quite well. And also, if Avalanche pumps, we think TraderJoe will also pump because people will be investing, whether it's for speculative purposes or investing or buying into, swapping into some of the projects on Avalanche. That is yet to be seen. But where it is right now, having reached a peak of $5.02, now it's sitting around 40 cents. It looks like a real steal in my view. In fact, the DYOR token is proven to be one of the best gainers during the recent price pump. Now, tell us your thoughts. Do you agree with our assessment? Do you think TraderJoe has earned its place within our 2K to 100K challenge? Do you think it will be a high performer, or it will be an average performer, or it will crash to zero? Comment down below, guys, and let us know. Until next time, guys, this was your weekly update on our 2K to 100K challenge featuring TraderJoe, a decentralized exchange or DEX built on top of the Avalanche blockchain. Until next time, guys, this is FD4Search5.tv signing out. Bye for now.